understand the power of imagery. We were showing this at the top of the show. You could see in the courtroom. You could see the judge. You could see the lawyers. You can experience what's going to happen. And, you know, whether that gives you California OJ vibes, it's a lot more than what you see in the Jack Smith federal case. What do you think this will do to our understanding?
So what happened in Georgia today? I've been it's been all my day getting ready for you. No, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
They held a hearing.
Okay.
They ruled that the two of the Trump defendants who wanted to split actually have to be tried together. But I guess my question for you is, does it matter that Americans will see these cases play out on TV?
Yeah, it'll probably help Trump. I mean, first of all, you know, I concede to no man my hatred for Donald Trump. I think I established this better than anybody. I was the only one who was saying he would never leave office voluntarily when everyone else was laughing at me, every Democratic politician. Ha, ha, ha. Well, okay. You smoke too much pot, Bill. Turned out I smoked just the right amount of pot to get that one right. But I got to say, the mugshot, he nailed it. He nailed that mugshot.
You mean the facial expression?
Unbelievable. He nailed it, and they love it. And, you know, I think instead of having 5 trials, they should have combined them all into one. He's generally a piece of crap trial.
Right.
And that probably would. No, I mean, you know, I said this a long time ago. At a certain point, to the people who like him, it just looks like, well, you couldn't get him on Russia. You couldn't get him on Ukraine. You couldn't get him on Stormy Daniels. So you just keep trying. And it just becomes white noise to them. A lot of conservatives have said to me, what you don't get is that we don't like Trump either.
Oh, I think that's fair. I mean, a lot of them don't. But then a lot of the politicians pretend to like him.
Right. But they see him as the one thing that is standing between them and something even crazier. And there is a lot of crazy on the left. And I think it would be helpful if the people who watch this would see that. Just crack a window a little bit. And you maybe understand why people would. You have to try to understand why half the country is looking to Donald Trump as some sort of savior. Yes, it's not what we think, but, you know, people are not self-deporting in this country. Half the country isn't going away.
Vivek Ramaswamy, thank you so much for coming on the show today. You and I both grew up as kids of Indian immigrants who love to debate, super confident, perhaps overconfident in our views. But here's the difference. I kind of know my limits. You, on the other hand, having never held or even run for any elected office before, be it Congress or even school board, having not voted in 3 presidential elections in a row, suddenly now want to be president, go straight for the top job on planet Earth. Your critics would say that's the epitome of tech bro arrogance. What is your response to them? I get that you're an outsider. Personally, I like outsiders. But what have you done that even qualifies you to be president of the United States?
So look, Mehdi, I have been taking on bureaucracies my entire life. I took on the bureaucracy of big pharma starting in my late 20s, at a time when I think pharma was corrupt and going in a lot of directions that they shouldn't have been. I actually built a multi-billion-dollar business developing medicines that pharma had abandoned. I took on the ESG bureaucracy, competing with firms like BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard to build a successful firm called Strive. Yes, none of that is in government, but it is in the private sector. It involves taking on bureaucracies.
Okay.
And that exactly is my mission here, is taking on the biggest bureaucracy of all, that in the federal government in Washington, D.C. And the other thing I'll add to that, Mehdi, is it's not just the outsider pitch. I think we do need an outsider. I think it's good to have a business background. But I'm also an outsider who deeply understands the law and the Constitution in this country. And I think that's the unique combination that actually makes this my calling. And I hope that we're going to be successful in reviving this country.
So you talk about your business background. Let's talk about that. You made your name and made a lot of your early big money from pushing an Alzheimer's drug that had already failed 4 clinical trials when you bought it. You then talked it up on CNBC, in Forbes, on the cover. Your company's subsidiary shot up by billions in value when it went public in 2015. But then the drug failed its phase 3 trial on your watch. The company lost 75% of its value in a single day.
Hi, it's Tisha from New York, USA. Friends, go ahead and hit that free like and that free subscribe button. Check out the tag products. Breaking business news. Jill Biden, President Biden's wife, has tested positive for COVID despite telling us to wear these silly masks and having us get all those vaccination. Jill Biden still has COVID. It didn't work. The mask didn't work, Jill. The mask didn't work. It didn't work. And the injections didn't work either. So there you have it. Jill Biden has COVID. We hope that she recover real fast. And you just listened to MSNBC with the one we love to adore, Bill Maher, that lawyer that talks a lot. And he's not really a fan of Trump. He's not really a fan of God either. You know, he's a little Bill Maher. What can I tell you? And he is saying the mugshot is going to help Trump. We already knew that, Bill. You didn't need to tell us that. And then another segment of MSNBC making fun or trying to put Vivek Ramaswamy. They're trying to let him look bad. So there's this guy, he's from India, Vivek's from India. Well, their parents are from India, and Indians love to debate, okay? So they're saying to Vivek, aren't you taking it a bit serious? Vivek and Donald Trump, I'm telling you, President Donald Trump and Vivek, they are rising stars and they can beat President Joe Biden. So can Nikki Haley. So there's a lot of people that can beat Joe Biden. 60% of the people that are on the Joe Biden side, they're not happy with his age. There's a $32 trillion in debt, and they're going to blame President Joe Biden for that. The US dollar is declining. It's declining faster than it has ever been. They're going to blame President Joe Biden for that. Houses prices, $430,000 for home. They're going to blame President Joe Biden for that. Interest rate is at 7-8%. Blame Joe Biden for that. So there's a lot of numbers that are not nice, and it's stacked up against the 80-year-old President Joe Biden, who has made us have the worst inflation. Inflation is supposed to be under 2.2%, and it's not. It's at 3, it's going to 4. We've got to blame President Joe Biden for the inflation. It is what it is. Student loans weren't forgiven. The average person owes $38,000 US for undergrad, not even a grad degree, undergrad. We've got to blame President Joe Biden for that. And our only option is President Donald Trump and Vivek or Nikki Haley. So we've got a lot of good coming from the small government, and we've got a lot of bad coming from big government. Gas prices are at an all-time high. Credit cards, $15,000 US, the average person owes on credit card. Friends, this is not a good economic cycle for us. We can do better in this country. Speak of that, I'm Tisha Powell. You have seen my face on Fox News, or you've seen it on Newsmax, or you've seen when we went viral on Twitter. Friends, I'm asking you to hit the free like and that free subscribe button. It helps us to bring the shows to you. We get to match which shows you like, and we'll bring more of those shows, not less of those shows. And check out the tag products from Neiman Marcus. They are gorgeous. When I said they're gorgeous, they are gorgeous. You've got to check them out. And you can shop and you can be on television at the same time. Technology is changing for the better, not the worse. Tomorrow we'll do a real estate show for you. Right now we are just talking about the latest breaking political news in the United States. We've just watched a segment on MSNBC and we commented on that. They are targeting Vivek Ramaswamy and they are targeting President Donald Trump. And there's nobody to rebut that because MSNBC is larger than life. And we know that liberal government is larger than life. But we are very grateful for the internet where we get to talk and stand up as well, because not everybody is happy with the $32 trillion that's owed Not everybody's happy with the $15,000 on average person owes on credit card. Not everybody's happy about $38,000 in student loan. The average person owes $32,000 in car bills. The average car bill is $500 a month for a used car, $700 a month for a new car. We really need a new outing. Don't we all need something new? I'm Tisha Powell, and we have 2 more minutes to go. And I love to show you the Joe Biden dance, what Joe Biden is doing at 80 years old, now that he knows he's running for president, and he knows that President Donald Trump have some little problems because big government kind of like gave Donald Trump a mugshot. Joe Biden is doing this. I'm running for president. I'm running for president. I'm 80 years old, running for president of the United States. That's what I would do if I were 80. What would you do? Send in your comment. Why don't we do the Joe Biden dance at 80? 80-year-old running for president. Ooh, ooh, there it is. Ooh, I'm 80. Ooh, I'm 80. What's up, 80? 80. Whoa, 80. It's fun. It's fun. Political conversations are fun. And don't forget to check out those courtesy tag products from Neiman Marcus. I'm Tisha Powell. Folks, go ahead and hit that free like and that free subscribe button. And we are still saying that the GOP has a lot of hope with President Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, and Vivek Ramaswamy. We've got a lot of good leaders to choose from. And don't get discouraged that gas price is expensive, car payments are expensive, $500 for a used car, $700 for a new one. You know, there's always hope at the end of the road. Thanks for watching. See you another day.